Welcome to this kind of supposed to be quick video, but very detailed, over detailed. I've been told by one of my friends that's seen the slide presentation. We're going to cover Zoom on the Fire 7 tablets. Keep in mind, important on any Zoom platform, mics pick up background noises. Phones, ringing phones, talking on a phone, TVs, background conversation, radios on. There are mute and audio buttons available. They're kind of hidden and they vary. The location varies by device. I'm gonna show you um, the Amazon the HD tablets. All right, why did I do this? Why did we put this together? Some people don't have smartphones still, but they have Wi-Fi internet access in their home where they lived, so they could do this. Get set up on a inexpensive, $50 tablet, seniors at a senior center so you can talk to them when you can't get to them or see them. Also, parents and teachers doing the homeschool thing might find this very useful. I don't go into setting up the Wi Fi on the tablet or the email on the tablet. I cover a bunch of other things. Just the basics is what we're going to get into. So bear with me. This is going to be about a 25-minute video. I'm going to try and put tags to jump to in the description on the YouTube comments page. So I didn't put, like I said, email setup, tablet setup. So, this is, if you want to buy one for someone else, set it up, the Amazon account and email and mail it to them. Go for it if they can receive packages. A lot of nursing homes don't want valuable tablets because they can't guarantee that it won't get stolen, that kind of deal. But if someone's in like an assisted living where they can lock the stuff up in their own apartment, the Fire 7 tablet for $50 with ads, is a great little option. They sell other models, which I'll cover in a little bit. Like I'm saying, Zoom is not the same across the platforms. The features are located in different spots depending on the device. It's different on an iPad versus the tablets I'm going to show. The Fire tablets, the menus pop up usually on the bottom. iPads, I see them on the top, or on my phone, it's on the bottom, it's flipped. I don't know if that's controllable or not. I won't get into those too much. I wanted to just give a crash course for the folks that wanted to set it up, for a tablet. Zoom is best on a computer. Not everyone can afford that, so here's a tablet presentation. This is a PDF. This will be a PDF file I can send to people too. You don't need the expensive tablet. The devices and the apps change. They can change overnight. I'm making this Easter of 2020 in the month of April. So Zoom is frequently doing security updates because so many people are on that platform. And that's what we're using at my church. I know some teachers that are using that in their classroom. So here we kind of go with the video on that. I'm just waiting. I've had to overdub my audio. I apologize because I don't know why I had a tech glitch in my other version. Quickly, what we'll cover, basics of the Zoom for Fire tablets, how to create an account, logging into an account, some of the basic features. I don't cover how to set up your own meeting. I do not cover the file sharing features uh, in these videos. Um, it would be a very long video. I just want to cover the basics for folks to get on and participate in a service, a classroom, or see each other. So why I've got this screen up, you'll see we're going to go quickly here to an app store. And here's what I forgot to show you in these other slides. Zoom icon. So you'll see that on your home screen. And basically, I don't go into depth how to use the tablet. Basically, you got to learn to kind of swipe right, swipe left to get the different screens. The menu thing, buttons on the bottom, work across many of the apps. Triangle is a back button. Circle takes you home screen. Square will let you go between apps and close the apps. I think it's by swiping left. So And you won't find this the same on an iPhone or iPad. Different configurations for the different versions. This is a slideshow made of screenshots, edited JPEG files. Study the screen, look for arrows, additional text to help you navigate on your tablet. Many times the text is added in orange on the screen. Sometimes it's white. Sometimes it's black. I might have missed some stuff. I'm sorry. I tried to cover everything the best I can, but it's tough. Here's just a show of the Amazon, the different options, the inexpensive going on up to the more expensive, more deluxe. There might be ad versions on. I know there is for the 7. And the non-ads cost you a little bit more. The ad versions aren't that bad. It just shows you an ad when you open it up and you go to the home screen now. So, and this is an older Kindle 7 I'm using, and these are the prices in April. I'll put kind of shortcuts in the description on the video, and we're going to do quick how to install the app from the very beginning, what to click on and what to go through. So hang on. We'll probably in the actual YouTube video find the timestamp and let you skip to the next part of actually setting up an account. The App Store app is pretty easy to find on the usually the home page of the tablet. Like I said, you might have to swipe left or right to get to that screen. Basically, oh, come on, computer. You're going to click on the App Store. You go to top magnifying glass to the right, and you click in here. This down here was on the screen just because I had searched for it. You're not going to see this, but that's kind of like if you're in the App Store looking for it, that's what you guys are going for and looking for there. So basically, you're going to type Zoom up here. There's a box here. The little keyboard will appear. You just type it in. You hit search App Store, or it's in the search box, I should say. You're going to tap on the Get. It's going to either show a screen. Some might auto-download. So it's a free download. So tap on download. It's going to download the app. This screen, you might see some different stuff here. Again, they're not, I've seen another Kindle do it differently for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then once it's downloaded and on the tablet, you're going to go to the open, or if you don't see this screen, click back to the home screen and look for the Zoom icon on a home screen, or swipe left or right. It'll be there or up and down. I believe it is on the it'll be up and down to find it, usually on the Kindle, the tablet, Fire tablet. Now the fun part. Setting up an account. You need an email account to tie to Zoom. You pretty much need an email to do any of the online stuff these days, the different apps that you have and things. I tried to include all the screens I could. Email part is kind of dependent on how and where you access your email. You might have to do it on a computer. I tried to do as much of it as I could on the tablet. Might have missed a step. Basically, let's go through this real quick. So you're going to have a sign up button to tap because we need to set you up with an account. It asks for your date of birth. I think it's just to keep minors from setting up. So next screen, you're going to tap, put in your email here. Your first name goes in here. Last name goes here. Read the terms of service by clicking here and click the agree box. You have to hit agree to get the email sent to you. So now you're going to have to go check your email. I wish I had had an inbox set up on the tablet. They do have that. So if you do take my idea, set up a tablet, ship it to someone, there is a mail version, a mail thing on the tablet. You can set up the account on a computer You don't have to do it on the tablet. You just have to do it one place or the other. Just remember the password if you do it on a computer. What I should have done, like I alluded to a little bit ago, should have done it all on the tablet with the email system. I did not. Sorry, I didn't have it set up. This was what it looked like in my email program. I'm a Mac user primarily, so it was on my actual desktop for the account I used. So it said, it sent the email, didn't receive it, resend, check your spam folder. If you verify it on other devices, you just go to the sign in to your inbox, and you should have the Zoom email in your inbox there, and you basically click on it. Most people, it's going to do this. It's going to open a form of a web browser, no matter what platform you're on. Ignore this. We've already taken care of that part. So basically, you're just going to fill in the info. So you have your account info, you have your password, you have your confirm your password. You just hit continue. So we're going to skip the invite screen. So this is where you would invite other people via their email. So you could do add an email. You have to do this. I am not a robot. Sometimes other screens appear that you have to click a certain picture, like click the crosswalk or click the school buses. So we're going to skip the invite screen here. Skipping the launching of your own meeting. We're on to kind of my primary concern, to get you a meeting. That's usually the meetings created by someone else. Note on your device down here, you can save the password just in case someone else gets a hold of it. That's why I almost never have a device save the password. But if you're confident, maybe you have a password on your device, you can click save, and then you don't have to remember the password all the time. So let's jump in here. So you're going to have that test meeting. So you've got your personal meeting URL. I don't even know how that fully works yet. So let's jump to the account screen. Ignore that, and notice we're still in the tablet's web browser. So here's the other thing to work on, doing your profile. You can upload photos of yourself. You can change the background. Some youth in our church Easter service got quite creative and had these unique backgrounds and things and stuff they learned to do. We're not going to go into all that. So now I want you to go back to the home screen on your tablet, or go to this screen if it's still open somewhere. Here's that little thing that swipe left, swipe right to kind of find things. We're going to click sign in. You'll get this sign-in page. We're just going to have you use the email you used and put in the password. We're not going to get into all these other ways to sign in. That's helpful for school teachers and things. I haven't dove into that too much. Now here's the minimal stuff you need to know. Zoom has their join button. So this is the most common thing to, just tap on join, click on join, and then the next screen should be this. There'll be a thing saying meeting ID here. Your name appears here. Some devices, your name is you can edit it, or you can do like I did. I was streaming music, so I put Ryan's music stream into the meeting, and I had a separate one to talk over kind of deal also. Like I said, the computer versions of the software, you can do a lot of things. You can do them in the tablet, on the tablets as well. But note, we have the don't connect the audio or turn off the video. You can do that here. So you can slide this so it turns green. You just grab this, slide it to the right, slide this to the right, and it'll boot up with your audio muted, your video muted. So basically, joining the meeting, you get the meeting ID. Currently, they're 9-digit numbers. Like I said, here's you could edit your name that it's showing. Join the meeting. Here's the reminders, you can slide these now, or we're going to show you where to slide these once you log in. Remember, back to the beginning, background noises. Think about background noises when you're entering a meeting with a group of people, because Zoom automatically switches to the loudest person that's on. So that's a good reason to mute yourself if you know you got a lot of noise or something else going on in the background. We've overheard phone conversations because people didn't realize their phone call. We could hear them on the Zoom meeting. But we're going to cover the mute and the video things here real quick. So we're going to enter a meeting. So you're going to put in their code. Right now, they're currently just number codes. This is just one I put in for the screen. This may evolve and change to have letters also. Wouldn't surprise me. Here's that, the audio settings when you're going into the meeting. Your passwords are evolving. They now have lowercase letters and numbers. Before it was straight numbers, but that recently I think was a recent change. So you get into the meeting, you may have to wait. Some of them are scheduled meetings. So it may say scheduled meeting here. And then if you were hosting a meeting, say host here. Note that the leave the meeting buttons appear. Usually they're in a corner on the screen. This varies by device. Let me look on my phone to find out where it was on. On my iPhone when I got in, it was top right. But on other apps, it may be in the bottom. So, depending on what you chose earlier, you may or may not see yourself here. Whoops. And then this is one last, you can always show preview when joining a meeting. You can flip that to on. You can join with the video, join without the video. You might have the iPhones and iPads. It's kind of easy to flip the screen. So if you have a camera facing you on most tablets, and then you have a rear camera. So some of you may have those on your devices. Hosts now have to let you into the meeting. It's a new security feature that kind of came out recently. So the host's name here, or personal meeting room, you'll see something along that lines there. So then you're in. Once they launch you and admit you in, so the host appears here, and whatever background they have, you appear down here. So if you're seeing yourself down here, your video is on. You're going to learn about the importance of the different things in the corners. So what I found with the tablets is that you're going to go down here, click on this, you hover over it, and this is where it's different on an iPad, an iPhone. So you have to experiment with the other OS, the other operating systems or platforms. So the person that's primarily speaking will appear on a tablet. That'll be what usually shows up down there. So it might be the host, it might be another person in the meeting, but you're going to click on that, and then we get the stuff that people are having a hard time finding. So I would, click on the name if you have a different device and you're looking for it. So the iPhone I have is down on the bottom. I don't remember if I had to click the name or not. The iPad was even different from that. The iPad was, let's look at that. So the iPad, it's across the top, and the leave is on the other side of the screen. Here's the video flip button I was talking about. There's where that is. I just noticed that. I hadn't picked up on that before. So you can leave a meeting by clicking here. You click on this to mute and unmute. You click on this to stop the video. We're not going to get into the share features. Participants is to do chat windows and things like that. And then there's a more screen for even more features. Just concerned with these two guys here, mainly in this video. Not diving in depth to this stuff today. Ignore my little volume call thing that's appearing. It's just when I try and take a picture of the screen, I end up with that sometimes popping up. Note that I have clicked the stop and start video button. Your video disappears. So now swiping to the right, like click or tapping and swiping to right or left. Depends how many people in the meetings, what you'll see here. So if I swiped to the left, if my mic is muted, it's like you tap it to speak. Your screen's to the right side. If you swipe right, you have, your ID, I think, is top, and then you have the host below. Or you might have 4 pictures stacked on top of each other here, or more. Depends on how you're using your device. So here's kind of, if you swipe over to one of those other screens, we were testing this and demonstrating, and there was 4 different users on here. So the number of dots depends on the number of people in the meeting, and the screen orientation you have set up, size of your screen. Computer versions of the software can show many of the people in the meeting at once. They have a gallery view that you can see. I think it's up to 20. It's either 16 or 20. It's on a decent 24-inch monitor. So that's it. There are other options I didn't get into. There are text chat features that you can get into. Let me go back a little bit here real quick. If you go into the participants things, there's text everybody. There's text everybody. There's text a person in the meeting. So I've not learned all the share features. Be aware, if you hit that share button, you take over the meeting in a way. It'll pop up on everybody's screen. I learned that the hard way. I put a link up, and I ended up hitting share during the middle of a church service, and they lost the priest. They were looking at my link. There is a pin feature. I have learned on a lock feature on iOS devices, Apple products. It's annoying on the tablet version that it goes between speakers. Some of you, if you're watching a teacher, you just may want a pin, and maybe I'll put that in the description below. Right now it jumps to the loudest person speaking, and your host can disappear. So I hope this helps you. Thank you to my family for all of us jumping on and exploring Zoom on all the different platforms. We may publish one on iPads or on other computers. I have some friends that have done the other platforms, so I'm not going to do that. So leave a comment below and have a good day.